zit in my 40s. That's fun. We ready? Okay. Well, we might as well go ahead and just talk about it. Sexual assault in the military. It's far too common. It happens all too much. And I believe that too little is being done about it. I'm Angie. I'm a military veteran, and I've spent years working with fellow veterans and military. The purpose of creating this video is simple: to speak the truth about my experiences and to encourage others to do the same. Those who serve in the military are expected to sign their lives away for the sake of duty and service. But behind the uniform, many face hidden struggles: closeted racism, sexism, open harassment, blackballing, and more. Military sexual trauma is just one piece of a much larger, more complex picture. And that's what we'll be diving into in this video. Here in the United States, military service is looked upon as an honorable, even valiant profession. Service members as a whole are seen as heroes, going to war on our behalf, risking their lives in the fight. Many aren't aware that there's another side to this, another side to this service. One that isn't openly discussed, one that has quite the opposite effect on our service members. I'm talking about MST, military sexual trauma. Military sexual trauma can be described as unwanted touch of a sexual nature and also sexual harassment, which can be verbal as well. It can happen to a man, a woman, a transgender individual, a non-binary individual, or anyone that identifies otherwise. Anyone serving in the military that experiences any of this during their military service. MST is common within all of our military branches. It occurs at every age, sex, and various nationalities, and I experienced it at the age of 19 while serving in the Air Force. I've chosen to share with you now exactly how this went down. I figured that if we're going to talk about it, we might as well start with me, that I might as well be open and honest if we're going to start this discussion and be an example for all of you. I'm hoping that if I do it this way, that others will follow suit, choosing to no longer sit in silence about what they've experienced while serving their country, but instead choosing to speak up and speak out about how they've been treated and the things that they've experienced. So if you're sensitive to these types of details, you may choose to skip ahead or to turn this off completely. So I'd invited a co-worker to my home on the military base after work. I trusted him around my 2-year-old son. I think he was actually 3 at the time. And I had worked with this guy all day. I made us dinner and I put my son to bed. This coworker was older than me, and I'd known him for about 2 years at that point. We worked in the same department. I did have a crush on him and had even been intimate with him once already. So he was no stranger to me. Everything went smoothly until we got to the bedroom. It was like the mask came off. All the niceties went away and the monster came out. I was then pinned on my bed so forcefully that my wrists hurt for days afterwards. I didn't understand why he was being so rough. I begged him to stop, he wouldn't. To put on a condom, he didn't. Only I whispered when I spoke to him because my son was sleeping in his room next to mine. I couldn't scream for fear of waking my son and him coming into my room and seeing me being raped. When he finished, he got dressed and left without a word. It seemed like he had done what he had come to do. I laid there. I couldn't move for what seemed like hours. I was just trying to process what had happened to me. I didn't tell a soul, but I did get up and go to work the next morning, as expected. Unfortunately, my story isn't unique. Service members have been sexually abused and mistreated for decades. There are instances of male on male, female on female, or opposite sex sexual intimidation, group rapes of all sexes, threats of punishment from supervisors if you don't comply, rape by supervisors, rape by recruiters, rape by officers, rape by drill instructors, even rape by drill instructors during basic training, and even more than I have time to discuss here. And most of the time, we don't speak up because of a fear of retaliation and ridicule. But I believe our military service personnel and veterans deserve to have a voice. So I've started this channel, and we're going to talk about it. You can share your story anonymously with only me, or even tell your story in person here. Just reach out to me at othersideofservice@gmail.com, because there should be a place where we can speak our truth about our experiences without being blacklisted, losing rank, or losing our careers. We deserve to have a safe place, and now we do. So welcome to the other side of service. Again, welcome all men, women, non-binary persons, transgender persons, and all individuals to share your experiences. They tried to silence you. This is your chance to speak your piece. othersideofservice@gmail.com. Thank you. If you're interested in learning more about MST and treatment options available to veterans of the military, click the link below.